Act 3, Merchant of Venice, by William Shakespeare. Solanio and Celerino enter.
So what's the news in the Rialto?
Well, there's a rumor that Antonio had a ship carrying expensive cargo that shipwrecked in the English Channel on the Goodwin Salles, a very dangerous sandbar. Many ships have sunk there, according to the rumors.
I hope this new rumor is a lie, like the gossiping widow's claim that she was sorry her third husband died. But it's true. I don't want to get all mushy and go on and on. But the good Antonio, the honest Antonio, oh, if I only had a title good enough to match his.
Come on, get to the point.
What are you saying? Well, the point is, he's lost a ship.
I hope that's all he loses.
Let me say, Amen, quickly, before the devil comes in and stops my prayer. Because here comes the devil disguised as a Jew.
Shylock enters.
How's it going, Shylock? What's the news among the merchants?
You knew? No one knew. No one knew as well as you did about my daughter's plans to run away.
That's true. I even knew the tailor who made the disguise she wore when she ran off.
And Shylock knew his daughter was ready to run away. It's natural for children to leave their parents.
She'll be damned for it.
That's true, if the devil's judging her.
My own flesh and blood turns against me. A rebel.
No, your flesh still rebels at your age.
I mean, my daughter is my flesh and blood.
You two are totally different. Your flesh is more different from hers than coal is from ivory. There's more difference between your bloods than between red wine and white. But tell us, did you hear anything about Antonio's loss at sea?
That's another bad deal I've made. A bankrupt, a spendthrift, who now has to hide his head on a Rialto. A beggar who used to look so smug in front of the other merchants. Let him think about his own debt. He liked to call me a loan shark. Then let him think about his debt to me. He used to lend money as a favor between Christians. But now, let him think about his own debt.
But you won't take his flesh if he can pay. What's the good for?
I'll use it for fish bait. You can eat human flesh, but if it feeds nothing else, it will feed my revenge. He's insulted me and cost me 500,000 ducats. He's laughed at my losses, made fun of my earnings, humiliated my race, thwarted my deals, turned my friends against me, riled up my enemies. And why? Because I'm a Jew. Doesn't a Jew have eyes? Doesn't a Jew have hands, bodily organs, a human shape, 5 senses, feelings and passions? Doesn't a Jew eat the same food, get hurt with the same weapons, get sick with the same diseases, get healed by the same medicine, and warm up in the summer and cool off in the winter just like a Christian? If you prick us with a pin, don't we bleed? If you tickle us, don't we laugh? If you poison us, don't we die? And if you treat us badly, won't we try to get revenge? If we're like you in everything else, we'll resemble you in that respect. If a Jew offends a Christian, what's the Christian's kind and gentle reaction? Revenge. If a Christian offends a Jew, what punishment will he come up with if he follows Christian example? Of course, the same thing. Revenge. I'll treat you as badly as you Christians taught me to, and you'll be lucky if I don't outdo my teachers. One of Antonio's servants enter.
My master Antonio is at his house and would like to speak to you both.
We've been looking for him everywhere.
Tubal enters.
Here comes another Jew. You couldn't find a third like these two, unless the devil himself turned into a Jew.
Solanio, Celerino, and Antonio's servant exit. Hello, Tubal. Any news from Genoa? Did you find my daughter?
I went to many places where I heard news about her, but I couldn't find her.
Oh, one of the stolen diamonds cost me 2,000 ducats in Frankfurt. I never felt the curse the Jews until now. I never felt it until now. 2,000 ducats in that diamond and other precious, precious jewels. I wish my daughter were dead at my feet wearing those jewels. I wish she were in her coffin here, with the ducats in her coffin. You couldn't find out anything about them? Why? I don't even know how much I'm spending to find them. Loss upon loss. The thief wins so much, and I'm spending so much to hunt down the thief. And still, I'm not satisfied. I haven't gotten my revenge. The only luck I have is bad luck. Nobody suffers but me. Nobody's crying except me.
Well, other men have bad luck too. Antonio, as I heard in Genoa.
What? Bad luck?
He's had a shipwreck coming from Tipalis.
Thank God. Is that true?
I spoke with some sailors who survived the wreck.
Thank you, Tubal. Good news heard in Genoa.
I also heard that your daughter spent 80 ducats in Genoa one night.
Oh, you're seeking a dagger in me. I'll never see my gold again. 80 ducats in one shot. 80 ducats!
I came to Venice with a number of Antonio's creditors, who say he would be able to avoid going bankrupt.
I'm very glad about that. I'll hound him. I'll torture him. I'm very glad.
One creditor showed me a ring he got from your daughter, in exchange for a monkey.
Damn her! You're torturing me, Tubal. That was my turquoise ring. Leia gave it to me before we were married. I wouldn't have it given away for a whole jungle of monkeys.
But Antonio is certainly ruined.
That's true. That's very true. Tubal, go find me a police officer to arrest Antonio. I'll get him ready 2 weeks ahead of time. I'll take Antonio's heart if he can pay. With him out of Venice, I can make whatever bargains I want when I lend money. Go, Tubal. Meet me at the synagogue. They exit. Bassanio, Portia, Graciano, and Nerissa enter with all their attendants.
Please wait a day or two before making your choice. If you choose wrong, I lose your company. So wait a while. Something tells me not love, but something that I don't want to lose you. And you know that if I hated you, I won't think that. But let me put it more clearly, in case you don't understand. Though I know girls aren't supposed to express their thoughts, I'm just saying I'd like you to stay here for a month or two before you undergo the test for me. I could tell you how to choose correctly, but then I'd be disregarding the oath I took. So I'll never tell. But you might lose me by making the wrong choice. If you do choose wrong, you'll make me wish for something very bad. I'd wish I had ignored my oath and told you everything. God, your eyes have bewitched me. They've divided me into two. One half of me is yours, and the other half, my own half, I called it, belongs to you too. If it's mine, then it's yours, and so I'm all yours. But in these awful days and age, people don't even have the right to do their own property. So though I'm yours, I'm not yours. If there's no chance for me to be yours, then it's just bad luck. I know I'm taking too much, but I do that just to make time last longer and to postpone your test.
Let me choose now. I feel tortured by all this talking.
Tortured, Bassanio? Then confess your crime. Tell us about the reason you're mixing with your love.
The only reason I'm guilty of is worrying that I'm never going to get to enjoy you. Reason has nothing at all to do with my love. They're as opposite as hot and cold.
I'm not sure. I believe what you're saying. Men under torture will confess anything.
Promise me you'll let me live, and I'll confess the truth.
Alright then, confess and leave.
Confess and love is more like it. Oh, torture's fun when my torturer tells me what I have to say to go free. But let me try my luck on the boxes.
Go ahead. then I'm lacking one of them. If you really love me, you'll find me. Nerissa and the rest of you, get away from him. Play some music while he chooses. Then if he loses, it will be his one song. Music before the end, and since swans need water to swim in, I cry him a river when he loses. But on the other hand, he may win. What music should we play then? If he wins, the music should be like the majestic trumpet that blare with subjects bow to a newly crowned monarch. It's the sweetest sound at the daybreak that the dreaming bridegroom hears on his wedding morning, calling him to the church.